guys, it's me Lauren and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing addition with double-digit numbers. So I'm going to split this video into two sections. The first section I'm going to be doing addition still with double-digit numbers, but I'm going to do it with a 10 involved. And then the second part of the video, I'm just going to be doing regular double-digit numbers. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because there's a trick to doing it when there's a 10 involved, and I'm going to teach you that trick. So I'm going to do the 10s first, just because it's a little bit easier to do, and I'm going to do 5 of each. Okay, so for the first one, I'm going to do okay. Let's see, I can probably fit a third one here. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to look at the two numbers that you have. So for the first one, we have 10 plus 13. So we have 10 and we have 13, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to use the number that isn't 10. So in this case, it's 13. So we're going to write that down. And then you are going to, because it's 10 and the first number is 1, right? The first number is 1. You're just going to add 1 to the first number on 13, okay? So the first number of 13 is 1, so you're going to add 1 to that, which is just going to be 23, okay? So you're not going to do anything with the second number, just the first number, and you're only adding 1 to it, okay? So then for the second number, you are going to, we have 10 plus 25, so the two numbers are 10 and 25, right? So we have 25 because that's the number that isn't 10. And what are we going to do? We're going to add a 1 to the first number. So the first number is 2, right? Because we have 25. And then you're going to add a 1 to that. So we're going to get 35, right? So the answer is 35. So now for the third one, we have 10 and 47. So we're going to be using the number that's not 10, which is 47. And the first number in 47 is 4. And because the first number here is 1, you're going to add a 1 to it. So the answer is 57. Now the reason I say that there's a 1 here and that affects everything is because if it was 20, you would add a 2 to the 13 in this case, and it would be 33, okay? So we're going to do 2 more, and then we're going to move on to the harder stuff. Okay, so we're going to do 10 plus, we'll do 10 plus 68, and we'll do 10 plus, we'll do 10 plus 35. Okay, so for the first one we have 10 plus 68, and the two numbers are 10 and 68, and the number in this case that isn't 10 is 68, so that's what we're using. Now the first number of 68 is 6, and we're adding 1 to it, so that is 7, because 6 plus 1 is 7, and then we keep the 8, so it's 78. Now, for the last one, I'm gonna have you comment down below which two numbers which two numbers were given and which two numbers, or which number we're gonna be using. So comment down below what you think it is. Okay, so the two numbers are 10 and 35, right? And the number that we are using is 35 because it's not 10, right? So you are only going to look at the 3, right? Because that's the first number, and you're going to add 1 to it, which would give us, so 3 plus 1 is 4, and you're going to keep the 5. So the answer is 45. All right, perfect. So now we're going to move on to the harder problems. Okay, so ready? All right, so these ones aren't going to have tens involved. This works for tens too, but it's just a little faster to do it the other way that I did it before. Okay, so we're going to do 15 plus 23. And then for the second one, we'll do 12 plus 15. Okay, so we have 15 plus 23 for the first one. So we are going to line those up, top and bottom. So we're gonna do 15 on top and 23 on the bottom. It's a little hard to see, so I'm just gonna erase this one. It's just so I can make the numbers a little bit bigger. So I'm going to do 15 plus 23. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to first split I'm gonna do this in black. You're gonna first split the problem in half, right down the middle. So we have the first two numbers on this side and we have the last two numbers on this side, okay? So what you're gonna do first is you're only going to look at this back portion here, okay? And what two numbers do we have here? We have 5 and we have 3. So all you're gonna do is add those together, right? So that is 8, okay? 5 plus 3 is 8, so you're gonna put 8 in this little box right here, right below the two numbers that you're adding. And you're gonna do the same thing in the front. So you're gonna pay attention to these two numbers that we have here, and you're gonna add them together. So you have 2 and 1, so 2 plus 1 is 3. So the answer is 38, okay? Now, for the next one, I'm going to do 15 plus 12. Okay, so what you're going to do first is you are going to stack the numbers, right? Plus 12, right? And you are going to draw a line down the center of the problem, and then you are going to look at the back numbers first. So we have the back numbers here, and the two numbers are 5 and 2. So you're gonna add them, right? Because we're adding. So 5 plus 2 is 7, so you're gonna put 7 in this little box here. And then you are going to look at the front numbers after that, which is 1 and 1, right? So when you add those, you get 2. So the answer is 27. Okay? So now I'm going to get into problems that are a little bit more complicated. Okay. So I'll do 16 18 plus 15. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to still stack the numbers like we did before, right? Okay, and you're going to still split the problem in half. Okay, and you're still going to look at the back numbers first. So we're only looking at this for now, okay? So the two numbers that we have are 6 and 5. So what happens when you add 6 and 5? What do you get? 11, right. So I'm going to write that here, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take, we have 11, right? So you're going to take this back number here, which is 1, and you're going to put that right here, okay? And then you are going to take this number here, the front number, which is a 1, and you're going to carry it up on top of the first column, okay? So then, don't worry about this back column anymore. You're only going to look at this front column here. And what numbers do we have? We have the 1 and the 1 here, which we originally had, and then we have this little 1 up here, right? So we're going to add all of those numbers together. So we have 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 3. Okay, so the answer is going to be 31. All right, so we're going to do 3 more of these, and then that'll be it for today. Okay, so, all right, we're going to do 27 plus 35. Okay? So we're going to stack them like we did before. Okay? And then we're going to split the problem in half like we did. All right? And so we're going to only look at the back column like we've been doing. Okay, and the two numbers that we have are 7 and 5. So 7 plus 5 is 12, right? Okay, so we have 12. Now, this back number is 2, so we're going to put a 2 right here. And the front number we have, I'll use light green, is 1. And you're going to carry the 1 on top of the front of the problem, right? So then you're only going to be looking at this section now, right? And you're going to add the numbers in this column together. So we have 2 plus 3, which is 5, right? And then we're going to have to add this other one here, which is 6. So the answer is 62. Okay, remember, don't forget to add this problem. Okay, we're gonna do one more, but before we do the last one, I do wanna explain the only time you're gonna carry is when the number that you get, when you add the two numbers together, is bigger than 9, okay? So if it's 5 and 5, which you would get 10, you're gonna carry. If it is 6 plus 6 or 6 and 8, you're gonna carry because when you add those two numbers together, they're bigger than 9. Okay, so we're gonna do one more. Okay, so we're gonna do 68 plus 78. Okay, so we're gonna stack them. Okay, and split the problem in half. Okay, so remember, we only look at the back column first. And we have 8 and 8. So what happens when you add those two numbers together? We get 16, right? Now the back number is 6. So we're going to put the 6 in the box here. And the front number, I'll do light green again, is 1. So you're going to carry that number up here, right? Okay, so now you're only going to be looking at this column, right? And we have 6 and 7 and 1. So we add those numbers together. So 6 plus 7 is 13 plus the one up here is 14. So you're going to put a 14 down here. So the answer is 146. Okay? All right, that's it for today. Don't forget to practice. Maybe do 5 or 10 problems a day. But yeah, so thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.